So we're going to discuss some things about the new season finale for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 4, Twilight's Kingdom. The scene begins with us in the Crystal Empire, and right off the bat, we're pictured with a shot from that inklings back to the previous episode, which highlights Spike's ego more than anything else. And Twilight goes on about how she's feeling depressed and sad, and how, you know, I'm a princess, but why am I a princess? I don't want to be, blah, 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 blah. And we have to go to the long face horse joke, of course, which Pinkie Pie brings right in. And we discuss how Twilight is brought in to speak about Meritonia. Again, a land which we have heard nothing about in any previous seasons, and it feels as though Equestria is growing exponentially. We've already got places like Ponyville and Manhattan, and Canterlot, and this land of Equestria seems to grow on a daily basis. And if they feel the need to go somewhere else, they just plop it down. Crystal Empire is a huge empire, and yet still it didn't exist before, you know, I think it was the 3rd season. And, you know, we've just plopped it on top of where Equestria is, and so we're just adding new places in all the time. How big can we make it before we realize that this is no longer a kingdom or a country or a land, and it starts becoming this wide open industrial space? Anyway. That was it? Then Spike plays into the Twilight, into the Spike plays in, that was it? As Spike plays into Twilight's fear stereotype. Then we get this song at the beginning, which is not a horrible song, and it does well to push forward the storyline of the episode. But what I had the most issue with is that the princesses were dancing around. Lauren Foss would have been disappointed, because it's not... They don't do that on a normal basis. The ponies don't dance around, unless you're Pinkie Pie. You don't have choreographed motions in the sky while they spin in circles. It doesn't happen. And then we get this new villain. Apparently he was a villain from the Generation 1 series, and he's been around for a long time, but we haven't seen him before. So we discuss about this new villain that we see in a vision. He's scary looking, he's got a big cloak on, and when he brings his face out, he kind of looks like a baboon, like some sort of monkey creature. And then he steals magic from another pony, and grows in size. He gets bigger, which is something I'll point back to in a moment. And then Celestia wakes up, and you realize the whole thing's been a vision of the future, or perhaps a vision of the present time. But somehow, Celestia and Luna know of this creature, know who he is and where he came from. And so we discussed that for a long time, about how his brother befriended the ponies, his name was Scorpan, and how Scorpan became really great friends with Star Swirl the Bearded. And this was only shown in a picture. They don't say, hey, he was best friends with blah, blah, blah. No, he was... I like that they're expecting you to know who this character is standing next to him. Now, I like that they expect you to understand that they don't have to push forward, this is who this is, and this is who this is, and this is who this is. No, they understand that people are sort of intelligent. And then we move forward again, and we get to where Tyrek is imprisoned in Tartarus. Now, Tartarus is one of these weird places. It seems as though the only way to reach it is through another dimension, is to pass out of Equestria through a window or a gate. Now, we did this. We know that other dimensions exist from Equestria Girls. We know that gates exist, permanent portals into other dimensions. And so you have Tartarus, which is obviously another dimension, the dimension that would closely resemble Hell. Now, we know that he was imprisoned in Tartarus, but somehow he's escaped. You're able to pass out of Tartarus if you either have magic or you can walk past Cerberus. Now, Cerberus, we know, escaped from previous episode, and so they explain that while Cerberus had escaped, Tyrek probably also managed to sneak his way out, because Cerberus was guarding the gate. So we know that there are permanent gates installed which allow you to pass between dimensions, and we know these gates are placed in specific positions around Equestria. But this brings me back to a former point. Mainly, that during the song, the first song of the episode, that Twilight has issues with not being wanted or needed, or wanting to do more with where she's at and what she's doing. She desires to move forward without necessarily having earned it. Which is the same thing that brought down Sunset Shimmer and Luna in former episodes. She is walking down a path that leads her to the side of villainy. This is a revelation that I don't think many people picked up on, but if Twilight is having issues, feeling that she's not needed, or she wants to do more, or she wants to be, bigger and better things, but she hasn't yet earned that. That's what Sunset Shimmer desired before she was banished by Princess Celestia. She tried too hard to get something that she didn't deserve. And I mean, Luna wanted the power her sister had. She wanted the love of the citizens of Equestria, and she tried to take it from them. And that, in essence, caused her to go to the side of villainy. And while we're on Luna as a villain, let's discuss that Luna watches in on her own sister's dreams. Luna has the power to reach into people's minds and manipulate their dreaming patterns. Luna has the ability to change people's thoughts based on the time when they're asleep. She can look into other people's dreams and manipulate those dreams as she so pleases, as we saw in the Sweetie Belle episode. This revelation doesn't change that her power is quintessentially an evil villain power. Who else has the ability to insert himself into your dreams while you're sleeping and manipulate those dreams to be frightful, scary, or brilliant and fun situations? Freddy Krueger! Nightmare on Elm Street! How in the world are we ignoring the fact that Luna has the ability to quintessentially cause nightmares, and she has before been a villain? She was a primary villain in the beginning of the first series, and we've gotten to this point where we've accepted that Luna is one of us, and she's a good... We'll get to that again later, because it's easy to see how someone we've seen as a villain can look like a good guy and then become a villain again, only to become to become a good guy directly after that. So, Luna watches the dream, sees Tyrek insert himself, steal magic from another. Luna watches a dream where she sees Tyrek steal magic from a pony, and they understand that this is something horrific, something sad and scary. So they have Discord, and they ask Discord to put Tarek back in his prison. So Tarek escaped. Discord, you're the master of all. You can sense magic around you. You can affect the universe. You are essentially a reality bender and have the ability to change anything. All we ask is that you go down, look at Tarek, figure out where he's at, and put him back in his jail cell. And Discord, because he's, become reformed and he's a good guy now, he goes and says, yeah, sure, I'll do it for my friends. Mostly for Fluttershy. So he goes and he finds Tarek. Now, when he finds Tarek, you see him as a pony. You see Discord as a pony, which I think is a great little snippet that they put in. Ooh, Discord is a pony. And they have a tornado as his cutie mark, which I think is humorous and fun at the same time as it's interesting into the very essence of his being. That Discord is essentially, I cause chaos for the joy of chaos, and I have no other purpose. And Tarek pushes his way in through that little window. He says, you're a master of chaos, why aren't you being chaotic? And this causes Discord, who was previously bad, became good, to become evil again. He joins the side of Tarek and becomes this new villain, which helps Discord helps Tarek steal Pony's magic. And through stealing Pony's magic, Tarek then gains the ability to steal Pony Pegasi's flight capability and the strength and determination of Earth Ponies. So, in general, he's stolen all of the power and strength and capability from every pony in Equestria. All that's left is Alicorn magic. Now, when Tarek was this tiny little thing, and he was this weakling, he didn't have enough magic, and he could not have gotten to the capability of being at stealing Pegasi or Earth Pony magic. And it was hard for him to steal unicorn magic. He had to basically sneak up on ponies in alleyways. But once he grew to a significant size, and those, minor ponies no longer were a threat to him, he wanted to take on more magic. So he goes to Canterlot. Tarek goes to Canterlot and steals the Alicorn magic. Only the Alicorns have already given it to Twilight. So now Twilight has 4 times as much magic as she normally would have had. From 3 other ponies, plus her own Alicorn magic. She never had Alicorn magic when she was growing up. She was only magical in the fact that she was a unicorn. So if you imagine unicorn magic is quite low on the scale, Alicorn magic is above and beyond that. She's multiplied Alicorn magic 4 times. She went from having half magic to having 1 point to now having 4 points of magic, which is off the scale, and her body can't handle it. We think. Until you see that she doesn't change size at all. When Tarek steals magic, when he absorbs magic from ponies and Alicorns or anybody, or Pegasi or anything, when Tarek steals magic, he increases in size. Magic must have a fundamental alteration to the genetic makeup of the ponies it's possessing. Because when Tarek steals magic, their cutie mark disappears. So ponies who have magic are genetically altered. That cutie mark is a permanent alteration. It's not like a tattoo that you can, laser off or anything. It is a part of their genetic makeup. It is a piece of them, which we've seen in former episodes. If you try and change it, literally their metabolic alteration, it can literally change their brains and bodies. So a cutie mark is essentially a genetic marker that says, this pony has this particular set of genetic qualities. Tarek instead of having a cutie mark, grows in size. So magic quintessentially changes the genetic makeup of whatever it's possessing. When Twilight went from unicorn magic to alicorn magic, she sprouted wings. So that magic possessed inside of her caused her body to genetically alter itself, to grow new parts. Alicorns are larger than regular ponies. Alicorns are significantly taller. If you look at Celestia and Luna, they are much larger beings than the rest of pony kind. They are even taller than the tallest normal pony, and they're even taller than alicorns, because their magic is greater. I mean, Princess Cadence has alicorn magic, and she's not as big as Celestia or Luna. Princess Cadence is an alicorn, and she's bigger than Twilight, who is also an alicorn. So the level of magic you have acquired in your body can actually change the size of your body, can actually cause you to grow bigger or larger. The more magic you possess causes you to change. So, if Tirek, upon absorbing magic, grows enormous, why, when Twilight gains 3 extra alicorn points of magic, does she not either explode in a blast of or grow like Tirek does? Why is she not a 50-foot mare stomping down buildings through all of Equestria? She should be enormous. Anyways, we're moving on to the next part where we see Discord sense that a change of magic has occurred. So Discord, in the land of Equestria, can feel the magic around him. And when such a huge shift, massive amounts of magical energy, switch from one body to another, or 3 bodies to another, he can literally feel this. It sends chills down his spine. And so, we must assume that Discord has some bonded connection to all magic. We know that he has at least the ability to sense magic through when he knows where Tirek is at when he steals magic. He can sense where magic is moving to and from. He knows... Discord can feel the movement of magic, can feel energy of magic shifting in the universe. No other pony can do this, not even Celestia or Luna, who have the ability to move planets. Celestia and Luna can move planets, and they don't have the ability to sense microscopic particles of magic moving through the universe. They can't feel this. Later we see Discord pop into Canterlot and warn. So he must still have some inkling. He must still feel bad, because he says to Shining Armor, Twilight's brother, "Why are you still here? You need to get out of here. Run away," just before Tirek gets there. But he knows that Tirek is a very powerful magic user, so he's not going to out and out say, "Hey, Tirek's coming, you probably should run away." He says it in this snippety little riddle. Which brings me back to another point. Discord only ever speaks in riddles. I think it might be some sort of part of his genetic makeup. Some sense about Discord says he must speak in riddles. He cannot tell you straight up. Because if he does, then he's not the Master of Chaos, or something like that. Because when Discord tells Twilight, here's the book that leads you to the keys. Here's the book that helps you unlock this box of unimaginable magic. Here's the answers. He doesn't say, here is the answers. He says, Oh, look what I found! A little journal of your experiences. I've bookmarked where I think I found some of the more fanciful ones, or the ones I enjoyed the most. He doesn't say, I am giving you the answer you're looking for. Here is what you need. He says, maybe you should look into this a little bit more. Brrr. So, after Tirek realizes that the alicorns don't have the magic he wants, he just locks them away in his own jail cell. He puts them into his prison cell, guarded by Cerberus. So they've got no magic, no way to open the portal again, and they're stuck. So, we see Twilight going out to try and learn how to use her 4 points of alicorn magic. Far more powerful than she's ever been before. She's having trouble keeping it all in, trying to control it. She's doing teleports, which before were very difficult for her, now are instantaneous, and she doesn't even know they've occurred. She's flying faster than Rainbow Dash. How can you fly faster than Rainbow Dash? It's Rainbow Dash! Anyway, she comes close to making a Sonic Rainbow Twilight style. And this magic is building up inside of her, and she has to learn to control it. So she tries to go out and practice, only to be met by Tirek, who's grown immensely large, must have stolen magic from hundreds of thousands of ponies, and is now this supreme horned monster. Body of a pony from the waist down, and then from the waist up, he's some sort of monkey creature, like a baboon or something like that. And he has grown quite enormous. This picture shows that he is ridiculously large, more than 5 or 10 times the size of Twilight. He is beyond understandable at this point. His magic is so powerful, it's pushing him to his limits. He's got the Eye of Sauron growing out of his head. And so Twilight accidentally runs into him, and she can't control this magic yet. So she tries to run away. Goes back to the library, the place she feels safe. Only for Tirek to go, nuh-uh, not gonna happen here. Horn laser, boom! And Twilight has to react very quickly. So she uses this magic that she's only just gotten, and instantly knows what to do with it. Which proves she is the element of magic. She represents everything that is magical in Equestria, and therefore must, at some point, become the most magical, powerful creature in all of Equestria. She has to. It's Twilight Sparkle. She moved from unicorn to alicorn. Holy crap. 4 points of alicorn magic now. She teleports down into the library, stops time for, I don't know, grabs Aloysius, teleports back out of the library, restarts time, and boom, the library blows up right in front of her. Aloysius is saved, of course, and flies away. She lets Aloysius go, and then turns into the most badass, monstrous, crazy, OP Twilight is OP. OP Twilight is definitely OP. So, she goes in and boom! Kamehameha! Takes a page right out of Dragon Ball Z, and Tirek and Twilight have this blast. Intermix, laser horns, light, chi, explosion balls, all sorts of crazy stuff happens. And we get to this point where Tirek literally Hulk smashes the ground, and waves of rippling energy shoot rocks out of the ground, and Twilight laser horns them. Huge battle, incredible effects. It looks amazing, it is amazing, and everything about this is crazy. Until you realize that neither of them really want to be fighting. Tyrek doesn't want to have an all-out-and-out battle. So he pulls his, his little card, get out of jail free, and he says, alright, I got my buddies back here, and he pulls out the main 6 plus Discord. So Twilight's on the ground, looking at him, we're at an impasse. What shall we do? And Twilight says, I'll give you my alicorn magic if you give me my friends. Because of something Discord said. Discord says, I had magic, and I had friends, and now I have neither, right? Because I let my friendships go, because I didn't care about my friendships as much as I did my magic, now I have neither friends nor magic. So Twilight realizes in her head, if friendship equals magic, then I don't need magic. I have to support my friends before... I have to put my friends before magic. So, she gladly gives up her magic, and Discord gives her the final key. We've been looking for this key, oh my goodness, the key! So they go underground, back into the Tree of Harmony. And you see the box underground that they introduced right at the beginning of the series, and Twilight inserts her key, and they go Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan all up in this place. Hair growing out. I mean, if you've seen Dragon Ball Z, you know that they get bigger, they grow bigger muscles, and their hair changes color and gets bigger. That's what happens to Super Saiyans. And that's what happened to the ponies. The main 6 grow longer hair, it changes colors, and they change. Physically, their bodies glow now. They become Super Saiyans. And, of course, friendship magic. So if you had Twilight's level of unicorn magic, pony magic's relatively nothing. Worthless, as far as Twilight is concerned. Then you have unicorn magic, which is just slightly above that, which is a half a point. Then you got 1 point for alicorn magic. If all 4 points of alicorn magic couldn't do the trick, friendship magic, rainbow magic, key magic, box magic, whatever you want to call it, magic directly from the Tree of Harmony. Not passed through some sort of element, but directly out of the Tree of Harmony, magic into a pony's body is more powerful than all the alicorn magic combined, and then all 6 of them get it. All 6 of them have this Super Saiyan rainbow magic. Holy crap, they become so powerful, instantaneous, they just pass out magic as they please. They didn't transfer the magic from one character to another. They didn't take Tyrek's magic. No, they squished Tyrek, put him back in his jail cell, where the princesses are still currently located but don't appear, and then whip out and just waves of magic just passed to people. We don't need magic from before. No, that wasn't even as good. We have this new magic we're just passing out. It's for free. We've got so much magic, we don't even need the magic we had before. How amazing is this rainbow magic? This Tree of Harmony, pure magic, rainbow magic. Holy crap! So, they give the magic back to all the ponies. Earth ponies are back, Pegasi are back, and unicorns are back. And the alicorn ponies, princesses, get escaped from Tartarus after they already imprisoned. Anyway, escaped from Tartarus, landed back in Canterlot, and everyone's got their magic back. And then, suddenly, the Tree of Harmony, big flash, and the ponies stop glowing, the main 6 stop glowing, and walk back to where the box is lifted out. It's a rainbow! You know, like, haha, follow me to the end of the rainbow! No, how does it go? It's a magical wonderland! I can't do the Irish voice. Irish. It's a magical wonderland. It's a magical wonderland. Woohoo! It's a magical wonderland of adventure and freedom. You'll never catch me at the end of me rainbow. You'll never catch the end of me rainbow. Anyway, the Tree of Harmony releases the box. The Tree of Harmony releases the key box. and it floats up in a rainbow and lands right where the library used to be. Twilight's house, the tree, right? The tree. And it plants itself. The Tree of Harmony gives us a box which is pure magic inside from the Tree of Harmony, and it is quintessentially a seed. The box itself is a seed. When unlocked, it places its magic in a new location, and you have a seed of magic. A magic seed which grows you a bigger, better, grander, larger, hollow on the inside Tree of Harmony. It is a giant crystal Tree of Harmony. And inside, you can walk around because it's as big as a castle. And this becomes Twilight's new house, the Twilight Castle, and inside, Princess Twilight becomes the Princess of Friendship. If Celestia is the Princess of Celestial Bodies, suns, and if Luna is the Princess of Moons, then and Cadence is the Princess of Love, then Twilight becomes the Princess of Magic, the Princess of Friendship, right? If Cadence, Princess mi amore cadenza. If Cadence becomes the Princess of Love, then Twilight becomes the Princess of Friendship. But you can't have a Princess of Friendship without friends, so you have what I'm going to refer to as the Friendship Council. There are seats in a row for all main 6, and they become a council of friendship. They are now masters or aficionados, or they are the Friendship Council. And that's pretty much how the show ends. They have another song, which Let the Rainbow Remind You, and fun and happy times, and great, great, great all around. Holy crap, everything about that episode was awesome. But I have a few questions. Tirek has a brother named Scorpan. And Scorpan went back to his own world, his own land or universe or dimension, when he left, when Tirek was first imprisoned. We know that there are other dimensions. The Equestria dimension, the dimension of Equestria girls, the humanoid dimension, the dimension where Tartarus is, the prison cell. So my question is there another dimension? More magical dimension, where Tirek and Scorpan come from, that Discord also comes from. Because Tirek knew Discord. Now, Discord wasn't imprisoned in Tartarus. He was imprisoned in stone in Equestria. Discord came thousands of years before the main 6. And so we know that there is a long history for people to live. But Twilight knew of Starswirl the Bearded. And we know that ponies age. We've seen it. So if the amount of magic that Celestia and Luna have is what's keeping them alive for thousands of years, then normal ponies don't have enough magic to keep them alive for thousands of years. Starswirl the Bearded must have lived in the generation slightly before Twilight. So Twilight lives in our current generation. Starswirl the Bearded lived in the previous generation. So that must mean, even if Twilight is in her 30s, that Starswirl the Bearded must have lived sometime in the past 500 years. And if Scorpan was friends with Starswirl the Bearded, then Tirek must have invaded into Equestria within the past 1,000 years. But Discord has been imprisoned for the past 1,000 years. Tyrek knew that Discord had been imprisoned. He knew that Discord was turned to stone. Because he said, I'm happy that you got out of your imprisonment. So, how did Discord and Tyrek know each other on a personal note? They knew each other intimately. They were in tune with each other's deepest, innermost desires. They both knew that each one wanted to be evil. So, more than 1,000 years ago, Discord and Tyrek must have known each other in a different land. Which makes me wonder, does Discord come from the same place that Tyrek and Scorpan come from? And on that note, the Shadow Lord from the Crystal Empire, I forget what his name was, becomes, he was imprisoned in the clouds or whatever, and he has this dark, overbearing tone over the entirety of the Crystal Empire. Is he from that same dark dimension, that evil dimension? Is that dimension Tartarus? Are these essentially demons from hell? Man, so deep. Discord makes a show of being Mary Poppins, as well as having burning ears, as well as being General Patton. How often can you break the fourth wall before you become known as a fourth wall breaker? Maybe Discord knows he's being viewed through our eyes. And if Discord understands that we are watching a television show, he doesn't want to give away the little intricacies. So, rather than telling things straight out to people, he speaks in riddles, because he knows that we're watching and we're interested in what's going on. This breaking the fourth wall barrier, Discord must know that he is a very powerful magical being. He has the ability to manipulate the universe itself, alter the laws of physics, and cause water to become chocolate milk, and clouds to become cotton candy, and float through the sky. I mean, he has the ability to change the laws of physics, turn off gravity. This much power doesn't come to someone who's not capable of understanding its implications. He must know, he does know, he came from there, that there is another universe. That there are other worlds with gates that you can pass to. He must know that in some other dimension, there is a person watching him, viewing his actions, and seeing that he is a little bit kooky, and he enjoys playing up the crowd. Man. That was my review / overview / reaction / discussion of Twilight's Kingdom, the season finale of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 4. Episodes 25 and 26. Thanks for watching, guys.